My name is Megan. I'm a Pilates instructor. My parents sent me to Bible camp when I was younger, but I didn't really, know Jesus there. I'd never really met him there. I definitely ran around with the wrong crowd. Spent a lot of time with the party people in the bar scene. I worked in a lot of bars and just spending time around lots of alcohol and unsupportive people. Definitely had some people that introduced me to what the Bible actually is. It was on Good Friday, and for whatever reason, I decided by myself at 11 a.m. I would watch The Passion of the Christ. I had no idea what dying on the cross actually meant before I saw that, and that was it. I was all in. The movie wasn't even over yet. It was just the fact that I could feel him through the actor. I could feel him, feel his pain. Obviously not to the same extent, but I felt him, and that was it. I was all in, all in. I am getting baptized today because I want to publicly declare my love for Jesus and just to send a reminder that you're never too far gone. Jesus will bring you back from wherever you're at.
My name is Jonathan, and I can make custom t-shirts. So I always grew up in a household, praying at family dinners and stuff, but never really understood it. So I wanted to pursue it more deeply because in the modern time right now, I was scrolling through Instagram and found all the evil that's going on in the world. So with every negative, there has to be a positive. And me looking for a positive, I found that Jesus was that positive. So I just started looking deeper into Jesus and what his story was, and that's pretty much it, yeah. I'm getting baptized today because I want to show the world that I have started following Jesus, and I want everyone to know.
My name is Jaden, and I have 3 amazing brothers. I grew up knowing Jesus, so I've always had a sense of him, but I feel I never really embraced him. I was going through a really dark time in my life. I just felt lost, and I was just struggling with how I saw myself, and I felt I was carrying everything on my own. I really started trusting him more during that hard time because I just felt I felt so lost, and I was struggling with depression and stuff like that, and I had this longing for something more. I wanted to heal and grow and become closer to God. I needed someone greater than myself. And I believe that God is that. So I started praying more, and I started spending more time thinking about my faith, and the more I did that, the more I realized how much God loved me and cared for me. But I started to feel hope again, and that's what really made me have trust in him and want to follow him. I'm getting baptized today because I'm ready to take the next step in my faith. Over the past few years, God has done a lot in my life, and especially during every moment, and he has helped me grow and strengthen my faith and show me that I'm never alone.
My name is Tyler, and basically just play hockey. My life before I met Jesus, I didn't really know who I was, and I really worried about what others thought about me. So I was doing things not for the betterment of myself, but for the betterment of what I thought I wanted to be represented as. About 2 years ago, my grandma, or my great-grandma, she handed me down her Bible, so that's when I first started reading the Bible. And then from there, it opened up a new doorway to me. And then when I first started coming into the project about a year ago, is when I really decided this is what I want to do, this is the path I want to follow. I'm getting baptized today because it's time that I declare to God that I am his and he is mine, and that I'm ready to put all my worries behind me and just trust in the path that he has set out for me.
Hi, my name is Daphne. I'm 26 and I work as a nurse. So before I deepened my relationship with Jesus, I always knew he was in my life. I was baptized Catholic actually, but grew up Christian. Earlier in my teenage years actually, my parents were going through separation, and it was very hard to navigate those feelings during that time of my life, naturally at that age. And being the oldest, sometimes I found myself even in the crossfire of that situation. It was very isolating because I didn't feel like I had anyone I could really share my thoughts with or my emotions with, that I was just trying to change pieces of myself constantly to fit into friendships, into my family, and anything to just feel like I belonged somewhere. And it was very tiring, and I found that it created so many. It wasn't until last year a friend of mine actually invited me to go to the project, and she was like, it was in the evening, and I knew that I've been making excuses like, oh, I work during the day, I can't go to church, or even make the effort in like finding a church. And so I knew in a way that was Jesus saying, like, I'm here, like, you can reach out to me. And I knew I had to grab that opportunity. And it kind of just like snowballed from there. I started going more regularly. I felt guided. I learned how to pray with my heart, to fix my heart posture. He changed mostly my life perspective, and I just realized I dismissed so many things that he's done for me because I was so focused on what I lacked. I just let go of all my anger and worry about what others thought of me, or like the worries I had for the future. And the only thing that mattered to me was Jesus and what he calls me to be in. I'm getting baptized today because I want to be more open about my faith. I'm here to declare that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, and I want to say that he's changed me for the better. And after experiencing his unconditional love, it's kind of hard not to share it with other people.
Why don't you stand with us if you're able, and let's worship together.
Thy hand